What's up? What's up? All right. What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome on in. Just got to turn on these notifications here real quick, chat. Give me 1 second. One second. We're here. Welcome. Just setting up these the YouTube channel stuff here. All right. Perfect. What's good? All right, happy to have everyone here. Let me give a shout out to everyone. We got it all set up for today. Let's see here. Pull this up real quick. What's good? All right. Let me give a shout out to everyone that's here. All right, starting from the beginning. What's up, Nether? How's it going? What's up, Game Atomic? GTG Gaming. Just found out we lost Peter Cullen. Genuinely heartbroken after hearing the news. I'm not trying to be insensitive. I don't know who Peter Cullen is. Who is Peter Cullen? I'll find out right now. Someone's going to inform me. Canadian voice actor. The voice of Optimus Prime. Oh, wow. What's good? Erikai, what's good? Tyler Sup, Jay Mervin, McKinney Sand, Silent Grief, Mike Sesters, Hot Rodsman, Objected Winter, Amod. What's good, Jay Mervin? What's up? Nice. That's crazy. All right, here we go. What the hell? See that? What up? Welcome on in. New Destiny game? Maybe. 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 We'll see. It's go time, though. Let's cover the news, chat. They're rehiring laid off employees. Yeah, I wonder. Bungie has begun the process of rehiring some of the employees that they recently laid off. And this can only mean one thing. We're getting a new game, okay? The incubation project is cooking up to something. And what exactly that will be, only time will tell. But let's cover the entirety of the news today. So, we have first up here Anthony Cage here, and he says, today was my first day back with Bungie as now a freelance game capture artist / runner. I am honored to have another opportunity to do what I love most in game capture and can't wait to share with you all what comes next. Thank you for all the love and support this past month. And he shares a graphic of Marathon here, which you might think, okay, well, hey, like he's just going to work on Project Marathon. He's not necessarily working on some new incubation thing. Well, this obviously isn't the only post that we saw. There were several others out there. Obviously, we can talk about Paul Tassie's post, which has, sparked a lot of conversation, over 500,000 views. He said, as for the creator Wink Winks, I keep getting asked about where there's smoke, ... But don't let your imagination go too wild. So where there's smoke, there's fire. Where there's news of people getting hired at Bungie, there's a game incubation project getting cooked up. What will that project be? Will it be Destiny 3 or Marathon 2? We're going to find out. This individual said, Bungie are hiring people back to the company who were laid off several months ago that were once full-timers as now freelance contractors. The difference? Freelancers aren't given employee benefits such as medical insurance, and the company gets to save a whopping load, which is a pretty bold claim, obviously. But, admittedly, if people were full-time employees getting benefits and now they're hired as contractors, yeah, it's a big downgrade in terms of your payment. Is this a shiesty move by Bungie? It's hard to say because at this stage in the games industry, people are just thankful to have a job at all. So, if the option is unemployment or a substantial pay cut or, contractor status, I think, that's up to the individual, right? There's plenty enough people out there to hire, considering there's been all these layoffs and all these company closures and gaming studio closures. We just heard about Splitgate and Impulse going under. And so there's countless people out there that are just looking for work anywhere they can get it. And Bungie could definitely scoop up a good amount of them and hire them as contractors to cut down on the budget, which I think is a good thing in a lot of ways, right? We've talked about Destiny 3 as a project from Bungie specifically, a $500 million project. However, from another studio, I can imagine that could get done for substantially cheaper. So we got to figure out a way to bridge the gap between, making this project Destiny 3 or a Destiny 1 remastered or whatever it's going to be, and having a budget that matches that. So that way we don't get the same result, right? I think the worst thing that could happen is Bungie hires a bunch of new people onto this new mysterious project, this incubation thing, whatever it is. And then we find ourselves in the same pitfall that we were in before, which is that we're a company that has X amount of revenue generated and the amount of cost exceeds that. And so therefore you end up killing more games and laying off more people, right? That issue will occur again and again and again until something changes. And that something could very well be cutting down the pay from some of these people. If I'm being honest too, look, this is going to be my most controversial take, okay? So sharpen your pitchforks, light your torches. I do feel like some of these game dev people, they do be getting paid too much. I've seen some of them, some of their tweets. They're not the sharpest tools in the shed, let's just say. And you're telling me some of these people getting paid like $100,000, $150,000 a year to do what? I think the guy who was running Marathon was paid somewhere between $200,000 to $300,000 salary. I'm like, you got paid that much money to make that shit? God damn, I got into the wrong business, dude. I need to sign me up, dude. You know what? Honestly, hire me, Bungie. Hire me. I'm gonna submit my resume to be CEO of the new game. Here's what I got going for me. One is I will work hard and I'll work for cheap. Right? You could pay me in Doritos and Mountain Dew. I don't give a shit. 2, 3, whatever point we're on. Numbers are hard. I'm a Titan main. I have 25,000 hours played in Destiny 2. So, that kind of makes me something of an expert, I suppose. Point number 7, I've done 1,000 trials carries, believe it or not. I've carried 1,000 individuals. So I know what it's like to suffer. Truly. I have gone into the depths of hell. I have spent, tons of hours in this playlist, Trials of Osiris, carrying the Destiny community through this. I've worked hard to do this. And then thirdly, I have a YouTube channel. I don't know if this is going to help me qualify, but maybe. The reply says, Bungie and Sony aficionado here. Galaxy guy with the AI Pro. Oh, God, what does he say? TBH, hard to land jobs right now. If the company I've been working for say to come back and they'll pay me, I'll probably do so. And if I get laid off again, oh, fucking well. A job is a job, honestly. It says, this guy has an AI profile picture and botted likes. He wants to tell you all that if you were laid off after years of tenure at a company, who cares? And if you get hired back and fired again, who cares? A job is a job. And honestly, I mean, love it or hate it, that's kind of the state of the games industry right now. Like, people are so, like, I'll give you some context that's outside of Bungie right now. People are looking for jobs so badly that people are willing to work for Saudi Arabia ran EA. And they're not going to go against it. They're not going to resist in any way because they're like, hey, I'm just happy to have a job, And their, political affiliations are about as complete opposite as Saudi Arabia. But hey, they don't care. You know what I'm saying? They got a good job. They got a cush job working for EA, and they want to keep it that way. And so, unfortunately, when push comes to shove, people at the end of the day, they want to have work. They want to work in the industry that they've spent countless years developing their skill set. And it's a ruthless, competitive space lately. So people will have this opinion. And it's not that they're disingenuine for having it. It's just they're being realistic, right? There's this, idealistic scenario where Bungie pays everyone this, fancy $200,000 salary, sure. But the realist in you is like, yeah, not everyone gets that. Not everyone gets to have the fancy 200,000. Not everyone gets to have a Pete Parsons car collection. Right? Someone said that Lucky will be making Marathon 2. Oh, hell no. Actually, Saudi is an ally of the USA. I mean, even if they're an ally, right? It's not about them being an ally or not. We're not saying they're not an ally of America or anything like that. What I'm saying is the point is that the beliefs of Saudi Arabia and some of the controversies they have, they're pretty, you know what I'm saying? They're an interesting bunch, let's say. And people have expressed recently in articles that they're not especially happy looking forward to working with EA based on their political perceptions and stuff. So that being said, though, they don't give a shit because at the end of the day, they really just want a job, right? People just, you can have these ideals in life where you like, these are the things I believe in. These are the things I hold true. And that's fine. But when, the landlord comes knocking at your door, your ideals kind of not necessarily get thrown out, but it's like, you got to pay your fucking bills, So at the end of the day, you got to pay your bills. So you have to learn to balance the two, right? That's the goal. Is this live or is this a restream? This is actually in the future, believe it or not. I am broadcasting to you from the year 2030. Ask me anything. Ex-Bungie communications manager has actually replied to this as well, which is pretty interesting. I imagine they're probably not going to get the call that they're returning to Bungie. I suppose even if they did get offered, they probably wouldn't want to based on all of the bickering and all of the drama that has happened since they have departed the company. They had this to say. They're also kept out of most of the internal comms. It's honestly slimy how they're getting the same work for so much less cost. Wow. So, according to their interpretation, they are in fact doing this, which is rehiring some of the people, but now they're no longer, tenured and have all their salaries and all that. They're just freelance contractors. And I think the way it works is when you're a freelance contractor, you're like signed up for a 6-month period. It probably depends. I imagine it's not like some sort of super consistent thing, but that's what I've heard from the contractors that I've seen, because we've seen a few Destiny content creators sign up to be contractors at Bungie. So I imagine that's the gist of it, right? So it's meant to be almost like temporary work baked into the contract initially. So that way you're not necessarily expected to stay for a long time. This guy said, call me a capitalist, fascist, or whatever, but I feel like the game devs are pretty much contractors all the time. Anyway, if you finish a project, that doesn't mean a new one is there for you. When the game is done, it's kind of done. It's true in a lot of ways, especially for a lot of companies and a lot of people working at these companies. If you don't know, the games industry is a very volatile space, and finding consistent work is pretty rare, which is why people at Bungie were really enjoying the cash cow that was Destiny 2, because it provided very consistent revenue to them and to their families for, 12 plus years, even before the game came out. They obviously had to hire a bunch of people. So for some people, it was like 15 years. But in a lot of other game spaces, they work on a game for 3 years, 4 years, launch the game, and that's it. Game does well, maybe they launch a new project. Game doesn't do well, then well, you're out of luck. On to the next one. Someone said, definitely the overarching idea the heads of decision making have regarding it, especially in the US markets. You don't see similar behavior from Japanese companies, for example. They seem to value employee knowledge over time and see you as an asset, even if workload is higher. And he actually brings up a really valid point when you look at the different cultures from Japanese culture and how they value their employees. And we saw this recently with, I think it was like Nintendo or Sony or someone. They like raised the pay of everyone, something crazy like that. We're like, what? They're getting pay raises over there? Insanity. So there's definitely a different culture over there than there is over here. That being said, though, whether you like it or not, I mean, the American capitalistic culture is definitely a pretty powerful engine that has clearly built, the most powerful economy on earth and in history. So it's like, love it or hate it, the capitalistic ideas definitely got us pretty far, whether or not you're a part of that capitalism, right? And you're benefiting from it, or whether you're getting crushed by it, as some of these Bungie devs will be to some degree, right? Is one thing, but someone said contract employees tend to make more as a result. Oh yeah, that's why it's done. The ROI is significantly higher for the company using this method. Yep, makes sense. Now we're going to move on to the community debating this stuff along with Project Sunrise. Thank you, Ben Westgate, for becoming a member on YouTube. W in the chat for Ben Westgate. Glad weighs in saying some of my thoughts regarding Destiny 2, wanting a D3, Project Sunrise, the D1 remaster, leaks, etc. And this has sparked quite the controversy with more than 500,000 views and almost 2,000 likes. He said Destiny 1 and 2 was a huge part of many of our lives. You're not alone. Many of us went through the trenches together, but it's okay to let go. I feel like he's my camp counselor right now. He's giving me glad the psychiatrist here. It's okay to let go. The inevitable has happened. The game will be no more, and everything is outside of your control. It will always be an era that you can reminisce about, but I fear many are just lingering on the doom, causing depressing energy to roam about. Many are also desperately reaching every chance they get. Leak here, leak there. Oh shit, something's coming. I heard this, I heard that, and on and on. This is not only pathetic, but it's causing a divide and false hope amongst others. If you really need those extra clicks and engagement, you do you, but it's getting old, TBH. As for Project Sunrise slash D1 Remaster, I personally think this is just kinda lame and a depressing, hopeless attempt to hang on to a situation that's broken its ways with you. Same thing goes with a D1 Remaster. It'd be hype for a bit, sure, but it'd very quickly fall into the same void as the rest of the now cooked franchise. If your entire personality is Destiny and you don't even like other games, you only like Destiny, then this is sadly where you and gaming part ways, come to terms with it, and move on. If you're an open gamer, there are so many games out there that you have been missing out on. I encourage you to step outside your comfort zone and explore other titles. This is the best way. It's like when you go through a breakup. You can deal with it by fucking other hot shirtless guys. What? What the hell did I just read? And if you're a content creator who plans on clinging tightly to Destiny, I truly believe you gotta start thinking about exit plans from D2 and what's next for you. The reality is that D2 Twitch/YouTube numbers will eventually start to decline and they will never come back. It's gonna be a downward arrow. Make a move, please. I have so many friends in this space that I care about. The longer you wait to transition, the worse it's gonna be. Anyway, sorry for the rant. I'm out. So that is Glad's opinion, and everyone's allowed to have their perspective, of course. But I do agree with some and disagree with others. So the first thing I'll say is that if people are enjoying Destiny post the June update, more power to them. Continue to enjoy the game. I don't think you even need to tell people to play something they enjoy or stop playing something they don't enjoy. This level of pandering is very unusual, I think, in discourse online. It's like, yeah, people are just going to play whatever the fuck they want, regardless of what I say, anyone says. I just go, you know what I'm saying? Like, if something makes you happy, whether it's Destiny 2, Destiny 1, Hello Kitty Adventure Island, you're gonna just play the thing you like, of course. So that part is out the window. The second part is people are very interested in the news still because people, even though Destiny is gone, people want to see what the incubation project is that Bungie has promised. Like we mentioned here before, this is their Every End is a New Beginning article. They said that they would be working to incubate our next games. And yeah, that's something that Bungie is actively doing. Clearly, they're even hiring people potentially, it would seem, for these incubation projects. I mean, that we've got hints from various different sources, and lots of other content creators are talking about this as well. We don't even have all the tweets pulled up, but there's a handful of other posts that are very vague and kind of seem to be hinting towards something is cooking right now, right? So naturally, people are interested. And it's okay to be interested in this stuff. It's not necessarily wrong. You don't have to play games necessarily in just playing. It's okay to be interested in the news and the future of games as well, and the commentary and the discourse that goes around them. I think that a lot of what this is, and I know this is it's very common for a lot of discourse. Everyone's guilty of this, but it's just a lot of bias and stuff. Like when you play games a particular way, like you play a new game every day, let's say, or every week or every month, you advocate for other people to do the same because that's where you find enjoyment. And I think Glad plays a lot of games. I've seen him make really good lists. And whenever I click on his stream, I see him, he's always playing a variety of different stuff. So that's cool for him. But a lot of people want to play games in a different way. A lot of people want to invest a lot of time and energy into one game and kind of see it grow. Obviously, Destiny 2, not necessarily going to be that game anymore now that's end of service. Some people are, to his credit, some people are having a hard time moving on because they're like, this is just my game. What the hell? I don't want to watch it die. And so there's kind of this weird, depressing in between time right now where we're kind of getting some news and inklings of things that are maybe happening, but also like Destiny is definitely done for. But then you get the bait of like Paul Tassi. Paul Tassi posting bait like this, where he's like, could Sony revive Destiny 2? You're like, wait a second. What is he saying right now? And whether it's bait or not, or just discourse, right? Perfectly fine to interpret it both ways. But, this kind of sparks a lot of interest. And you can see 71,000 views on this video means that there's still a massive audience of people out there that are very interested in something Destiny related. And furthermore, to talk about this comment from Glad, is that I think everyone knows that there's other games. I don't think there is a human alive on this planet that has only ever played Destiny and never played anything else, right? That's not possible. I would almost guarantee. And secondly, you've never seen another video game before, right? So it's not necessarily like people are just completely unaware, living in a vacuum where only Destiny exists and nothing else is ever touched their eyes before, right? Like, it's kind of an unusual framing of the situation. Like, people know about other games, they just don't like those games as much as Destiny, right? And that's perfectly fine stance to have because Destiny was such a unique game, right? Notice there's no other first-person action MMO looter shooter game with PvP and meaningful end game, right? Like, there's just no other game like that. There's really not even another game that's like close. In terms of just the categories, just those categories combined and culminated into one. If there was, people would be playing the shit out of that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's nicer for other people that like other genres to maybe jump around a bit, and maybe I'm mischaracterizing it, but like, let's say you're like a really big Call of Duty guy, right? You're like, I really like Call of Duty. It's like, dude, there's like so many other games that kind of do the same thing that Call of Duty does. You go play Battlefield, you go play countless other games. There's like, I can think of like 10 games that kind of do what Call of Duty does, more or less, right? So, it's easier to bounce around a little bit. It's a little bit more difficult with Destiny when Destiny is just so unique and you're like, ugh, like the next closest thing is Warframe and it's good. Don't get me wrong, it's very good, but it's not quite as good, right? So admittedly, people are having a hard time moving on, and there are so many good games out there. There's a lot of good games out there. Don't get me wrong. Uh, it's not hard to find another game that's incredible or has won, just go look up the list of games that won Game of the Year, or, go games that have made millions of dollars this year. Any one of those games is probably worth your time to some degree. That being said, most of you have probably heard of them, right? You've heard of Fortnite, the number one shooter game in the world. Let's say you like shooter games, right? You're like, I like Destiny 2. Destiny 2 is dead, but I want to play other shooter games where you shoot guns. Like, I like that part of the game. The number one shooter game in the world is Fortnite. So, looks like it's time for you guys to sign up for Fortnite, all right? You're jumping out of the battle bus. Not everyone wants that, It's like, I don't really want to play Fortnite, I don't like the aesthetic. I don't necessarily like the kind of kid look to it, kind of kid culture to it. I'm not really trying to become an esports player. So it's like Fortnite, it's like, just not really interested, right? That's the number one shooter game in the world, though. So shit, what should I do? Maybe I'll play the number two shooter game in the world. It's probably CSGO if I had to guess. So you're like, I'll play CSGO. CSGO has that kind of like slow movement. The environments are very well made, but it's like slow movement. It's a PC only game, I believe. So it's all about, precision and skill and timing and map awareness and all that. And also like big esports scenes. So you're like, not really looking for that either. And you just go on and on and on and on down the list, right? You're like this shooter game, that shooter game, this shooter game. And you kind of just end up in the same space where you're like, nothing really hits like Destiny does. So then you have to decide, am I just going to play another genre of game? Am I going to start playing sword games now? Am I going to start playing adventure games? Single player games? Maybe I do start sweating it out. Maybe I download fucking Valorant and start going crazy on Valorant. Maybe I try to pull that off, right? There's nothing wrong with giving it a try. But ultimately, you just come back to the same loop if you really, really liked Destiny. Now, for Glad, obviously, he liked Destiny a lot, but he also liked variety. And I would argue that Glad, if he had a gun held to his head, if he had to choose Destiny for 10 years or variety for 10 years, I think he chooses variety for 10 years, right? But I think if I had a gun to my head and I had to choose Destiny for 10 years or variety for 10 years, I would choose Destiny, Like, there's just different people, right? And I think that's okay. Jake has weighed in here as well. Grenader Jake. He said, I want a Destiny 3 as bad as anyone. I fucking love the game. I streamed more hours of Destiny than anyone in the world. This is true, actually, by the way. If you don't know, Jake has like the most hours of anyone probably by a wide margin, Like, there's probably not anyone that even, like, number 2 is a distant second. This guy has put in an ungodly amount of playtime in this game. He said, my career was completely staked in Destiny, but this, quote, never stop talking about Destiny, never stop demanding more Destiny mentality feels really bad. It has cannibalized the community. It has made it so that those who want to grieve and move on are villainized for doing so. So Jake wants to move on and play other games, but his community is, rioting against him almost. They're like, hey, you better keep playing Destiny, keep Destiny alive. Destiny made you. What are you doing? Why are you playing these other games, right? It's a problem. I want a Destiny 3, but I also want to be realistic and be able to move on without being considered a traitor for doing so. So the first thing I would say is you're absolutely not a traitor. You're not a traitor for playing other games. This sort of tribal mentality is very unusual, but it is reminiscent of, I think, people that are probably just not very mentally well, or they're just trolling. There's a lot of trolling online, like way too much. So which is why I don't take anything anyone says that serious when they type it in the Twitch chat. So like if someone came in the chat, right, like what's happening to Jake, and they were like, you betrayed Destiny, bro. You're playing War Dogs, which I was playing that game, right? I really liked that game, by the way. You betrayed Destiny, man. I would be like, you're so right, dude. Oh my God. Forgive me, traveler, for I have sinned. Like, you just don't take it serious. Like, it's internet insanity. It's like, they're real people behind the comments, sure, but it's the internet, And I don't know what his exact experience is. I'm not trying to mischaracterize it as though Jake is, so daft that he doesn't recognize sarcasm or he's getting too personally offended by the comments in his chat. But, it can still weigh on you, right? If you go to the chat and you read your chat when you're streaming and you're trying to just like have a good time playing Fortnite or fucking Valorant, and everyone's just like, why did you betray Destiny? Why do you hate us now? It's like, dude, it's hard to have a fun, constructive conversation and laugh and have a good time when the energy in the chat is like off, right? It's off. So that's kind of what Jake is speaking about more than anything. And there will be fanatics. There will be people that, are number one deranged Destiny people that will never play anything else, never talk about anything else. But it's also should be said that there's this expression that I like a lot, which is the things you own you. And it's interesting that, Jake is the number one streamer in the world for Destiny. He owned Destiny, but Destiny also owns him then, and by extension, right? Like he made his whole life Destiny, his whole audience Destiny fanatics, People that sit and watch this guy play trials for 36 hours farming carrots, bro. And then you wonder why they might be a little salty. I mean, look, it's not Jake's fault. It's not Jake's fault, but it's like you can understand how you build this audience of people 36 hours watching this hairy-chested man dominate people in trials with a controller. And you're sitting there watching with your eyes bleeding because you just want to farm every last carrot possible so you can get carrots. Like, yeah, those people are probably going to be a little bit upset when you play something else. They shouldn't be, though. People should kind of move on. But this is Jake's frustrations, and Jake is perfectly valid in feeling this way, just as a side note. Glad is perfectly valid for feeling this way. I have a different opinion, slightly, from both of them. I agree with the majority of their talking points, though. Sneaky Beaver has weighed in as well. He said, interrupting my shitposting arc to bring you a quick rant. You can grieve the end of service for Destiny and move on while still supporting the idea of more Destiny. Ah, here it is. See, you know what I'm saying? We had the two sides that swung really hard this way, and now you got kind of in the middle here. You can accept the end of service of Destiny and move on, wanting to let it go. It's normal to try and branch out and do/play other things, make existing plans, etc., or exit plans, etc. There's many games out there, whether you want to keep supporting more Destiny or not. Any of these are fine. Stop making doomer posts about how the community is imploding on itself because someone has one opinion or the other. If you find yourself with a timeline of people fighting and turning against each other, that's just the kind of people you surround yourself with. Damn. He ain't messing around. He's calling them out. To be fair, he does have a pretty valid point. Right? You can do both. I probably agree with his opinion more than the rest, which teach their own. But yeah, you can do both. You could play Destiny. You could also not play Destiny. And people are gonna, the people that are especially the most Destiny deranged are gonna have a problem because you've been playing so much of one thing. The same would probably be true if you played, I don't know, any game, Fortnite for a long time, right? They would want you to play something else. I remember watching my friend Tifu, right? He was a Destiny streamer and he would get, a few hundred viewers, maybe 1,000 viewers doing his Destiny challenges. He would solo Crota, solo this, solo that, right? That was like his big thing. He went for world's first, right? Then he went on to play battle royale games and he lost some viewers. People were like, hey, I want to watch you play Destiny. I miss the Destiny streams and stuff. And he's just like, this is what I want to do now. And people didn't like it. Some of them. Others did, though. He broke some records in the battle royale games. And then Fortnite, even though all those people chirped every step of the way, they were like, go back to playing Destiny, go back to playing H1, go back to, it's like, he just kept doing what he wanted to do. And Fortnite obviously worked out for him. He made he probably made like $50 million playing Fortnite. Like, dude, you know what I'm saying? So people are going to chirp and say what they want to say. But I was like, he obviously made the right decision in the end, which the decision was not guided by other people. It was just he just played what he liked, And this is really the end result for all of this. Everyone is just going to play what they like to play. And so your favorite Destiny streamer, Asdacross, your favorite Destiny streamer, Dado, favorite Destiny streamer, whoever it may be, insert any name, right? Maybe me, I hope. Hey, drop a Prime sub, just saying. Hey, just throwing that out there. They're going to play other stuff and you're more than welcome to bounce around. You're not signed to a contract, I don't have you shackled up, with a freaking ankle brace locked in here. You better watch this stream, buddy. You see me, Scream Keeper? You see me, Knight Rider, Unseen Player? You guys aren't going anywhere. No. No. You are staying right here and you will watch this stream from start to finish. You can click off at any point in time. You watch anything you want. If you want to help your favorite content creators in Destiny, the best thing you can do is watch their streams and watch them for the streamer and watch them for having fun and kind of enhancing that, Like if you're watching Grenader Jake streams as he's venturing off and playing other stuff, give him some encouragement. Be like, hey, you know, having fun watching you play some whatever, playing some Gooner game or something, right? This game's awesome, dude. Like, whatever. Instead of like, why aren't you playing Destiny? Play Destiny more. It's like, it's not really helping anything. In the same way that even if you were playing Destiny and people are like, why are you playing this? Or why do you suck so bad? Or why did you die? Or, why aren't you playing Iron Banner? Or what are, or something, right? Like the same light. It's like the negative comments don't help. So they don't help Jake. And they don't help Glad, obviously, or Sneaky Beaver, anyone. We're talking about Dado, you name it, right? So I think that's the big silver lining to all of this, right? But let me know what you think down in the comment section below. How do you feel about the community divide right now on the Destiny discourse in the room? What do you think about Bungie's incubation projects and the hiring process that's beginning to ramp up right now? Do you think this is going to amount to anything, or is it complete copium? I'll be reading your thoughts and comments down below. Woo! What's good, Sandroko? What's good, Cougs? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. All right, we got it cooked up there. What up, what up, what up? All right, so that was the big Destiny news. We got more news out there, of course. I missed all that. Can you do it again? You're going to have to watch it on YouTube. You're going to have to watch it on YouTube, my dude. All right. Let's see what else we got cooked up here. This is where it's at. Fight until the end, Guardians. That's what I'm saying. Just don't fight each other. No need to do that. Hello there. What's good, Ace Chef Chilies? The sentiment that people shouldn't hold out hope for more Destiny is so lame. It brings me joy to have faith in my favorite game franchise returning. And I don't think that's a problem. A lot of creators are pulling Mylons at the moment. Oh, no, not the pulling Mylons. No. Leave them alone. What was the topic? This is the topic right here. We're going to cover this article from the Game Post, which I guess, yeah, this is Destiny Bulletins. Like I said before, I think that if you're a Destiny player, right, and you really want more Destiny stuff, there's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with wanting more Destiny stuff. There's nothing wrong with enjoying Destiny news and speculation and rumors. And anyone that tells you otherwise, I mean, that's their opinion to have. But personally, I would be like, fuck off. Like in the same way that if you told them what to do, they would tell you to fuck off, right? Right? Am I wrong? Like everyone's just going to enjoy whatever they want. So just talk about what you want to talk about. Be nice to other people, of course, though. But yeah, we're going to talk about Destiny stuff. We got GTA 6 news today. There's the big trailers coming out in 1 hour. We're going to watch that. I actually got to figure out how I can watch that on stream here. I got to set up my Netflix account. We're going to be streaming Netflix, dude. I liked your vid reaction to Tassie. I think it'd be sick to see a D3 on a new engine. I know it's copium. Yeah. This is our game. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I'm not trying to create rivalries within the Destiny community, but It's like, I think the interesting part about the Destiny content creators is that, and I'm in this bunch, right? Is that once Destiny ends its end of service, they're almost forced to move on, in that they have to keep making new content and new and interesting things. So like they're almost like forced to move on as well. Like they obviously would keep making Destiny content for another 10 years if they could, right? Like they're not trying to. But so because they're forced to move on, it's kind of an interesting element because the Destiny players themselves don't really have the same obligations. They could just like, you could just keep playing Destiny 2 for like 6 more months. I'm not saying you should, but I'm saying you could if it's fun. Like you're not going to just stop, right? So it's an interesting dilemma, I think, between community and content creator, because the content creators got to move on. I got to move. I got to make content on some other stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's why we're talking about GTA 6, we're talking about Power World, Crimson Desert, we're talking about all this stuff. Because, you know, I don't know if I could just sit and talk about Destiny, Hopium for 6 hours a day, every day, but maybe if there's enough interesting rumors to talk about, perhaps. But we do have this one to talk about. So let's jump on this before we jump into the next topic. So the D&D 2 is for deranged? No. Like I said, it's fine, absolutely fine to want more Destiny content. Doesn't make you deranged or weird or lame. Your favorite content creator might have a different opinion though, because they need to move on. Like they have to move on because they want to keep making money, you know? Kate Bentley, thank you for the tier 1 and 30 months, 1 months total. Appreciate you. Thank you. KBG in the chat. W, thank you. Yeah, so like the Destiny contract, they got to move on. Like they have to move on, right? They don't want to move on initially, right? But they have to move on, right? Because the alternative is just, you know, just staying and making Destiny content, and that eventually leads to the death of your channel, right? Like eventually it's not gonna, you know, whoever knows, 6 months, 10, 2 years from now, right? 2 years from now, I don't think a build video in Destiny 2 is gonna do too well. If you're like, yo, it's your boy 10p here, bringing you a build video in the big 28, I think people would be like, what? Excuse me? Like, that's going to be pretty crazy. So yeah, for that reason, the content creators got to move on. And it's going to be a painful process, I think. But not us. We will not move on. A captain goes down with his ship. If Destiny dies, so do I. Okay? I'm connecting a literal pacemaker to the Steam charts. And every time it peaks, we get a small boost of adrenaline. And every time it goes down, my heart fails. If the servers get shut offline, I die with these servers. All right, it's like that Keanu Reeves movie where they have to drive 50 miles an hour. If the fucking population dips below 10K, I die. This is perfectly rational thinking, by the way. Nothing wrong with this. I'm joking, obviously. For entertainment purposes and for legal reasons, that was a joke. Wasn't there just a game reveal? There was Gamescom, and there was nothing to do with Bungie there. Bungie was not a part of it. All right, let's cook this up real fast. I gotta fix these vertical scenes real quick. Give me a second. Let's do this. Yep. Okay. Love that for me. When I'm making content, by the way, sometimes you don't see this. You're like, this guy, what is this guy doing right now? I'm simultaneously recording vertical format for YouTube videos, or no, horizontal format for YouTube videos, while recording vertical format for TikToks, while live streaming, while adjusting the scenes, while changing the titles, while reading comments. Basically, this is like an ADHD person's fucking, I don't even know. 7th level of hell, basically. There's just like 10,000. There's 6 ultra wide monitors with 25 programs open right now. Like it's insanity in here. So sometimes you'll see me pausing and stuff. It's because I'm adjusting some stuff. There's a lot of equipment here. All right. Let's get on with this. Destiny 3 or a Destiny 2 revival? New hints suggest that something big is happening behind closed doors. But what are we cooking up? Is it copium? Let's find out. Earlier this year, Bungie ended live service development for Destiny 2 with Monument of Triumph on June 9th, 2026. Technically, they ended it before that on May 21st. That was the big announcement. But yeah, the actual last update was June 9th, which at the time of recording this, I guess that's like... Dude, it's almost 3 months. It's almost 3 months since the last update. Putting the game into maintenance after nearly 9 years of updates. Bungie said Destiny 2 would remain playable, but no major content drops were planned, and Sony later cut most of the Destiny team in a June 25th restructuring. RIP to the homies. That made the future of the series look bleak. Recording in May said Destiny 3 wasn't greenlit or in production, while other Destiny pitches had also failed to get approval. Bungie had even discussed alternatives, such as a Destiny 2 relaunch called Destiny Infinity. Dude, that would be so nice. That's what we need, Destiny Infinity? Oof. But the cost and risk reportedly killed those plans too. Now, a new round of creator hints has put Destiny back on the rumor board. That's right. Destiny 3 or Destiny 2 revival. What the new Bungie hints actually suggest, the latest chatter started earlier this week after several Destiny creators began acting unusually cryptic. Asdacross, who had previously said he'd only return to Marathon if Destiny had a future, according to the players who followed his earlier streams. He then unexpectedly booted Marathon back up recently, which was very suspicious, by the way, for a variety of reasons. One, Marathon is at like its lowest population ever, so now is probably the least interesting time to log in and play Marathon. Two, though, this definitely does signal potential for that Bungie incubation project to be Destiny something. I'm not sure. Maybe they do a Destiny end of service reboot, like with another update. Like we obviously got the June update, but maybe they'll do another update in a year from now, like a big update. Maybe they actually drop the Shattered Cycle raid, because I imagine that thing must have been like pretty well. Like we would be playing the Shattered Cycle raid right now, by the way. So I could only imagine that it had to be pretty far along in development. They could potentially do an update where they charge money for something and give us that, and maybe they even wrap up the narrative with like actually fighting the winnower. I'm not sure. But a lot of people are speculating now because of this. During the stream, he told the viewers, quote, "At some point, we might just be a big happy family." What does he mean by that?
Bullshit, you hate us and you know it. Oh, come on now. Look. At some point, we might just be a big happy family.
I mean, even if there is a Destiny project, I don't think that makes us a happy family with Marathon players. I think the happy family part has to just be that both games are dead, right? Maybe we're looking too deep into this. Mactix, another popular Destiny 2 creator, added to the speculation with a post containing only the Latin phrase nulla tenaci in via est via, which translates to, quote, for the tenacious, no road is impassable. Again, a bit vague, but maybe he got some hints from someone at Bungie that the incubation project is making progress. The rumor gained more weight when Forbes contributor Paul Tassi addressed these creator hints on X yesterday, writing, quote, as for the creator wink winks I keep getting asked about, where there's smoke, there's fire, is what the expression goes. But don't let your imagination go too wild. Pretty interesting there. And I think that what he means by don't let your imagination go too wild is that even if Bungie is potentially getting along with their incubation project, we still don't have the green light yet from Sony, as far as we know. So maybe that happened behind closed doors, and maybe there will be an announcement in the future. But as it stands right now, it seems like maybe something's going on. But man, if we're in this like incubation green light stages, we're so many years away from this that it's going to be kind of a painful, awkward process, right? Like if there is a new Destiny game coming out, that thing isn't going to be playable until like 2031. We're going to have to wait like 4 or 5 years for this thing. So it's going to be an interesting time period, to say the least, if it is another Destiny separate project. Now, if it is a Destiny end of service reboot, then yeah, that could probably go live next year, right? You could probably sell that next year in September, October, November, that range, like just before Christmas, and give people the Destiny copium, the Destiny nostalgia that they want. And probably make a good buck from selling the Shattered Cycle, I could imagine. But it's hard to say if that's what it is. If I had to guess, that's what I'm guessing towards, So if you want an answer out of me, if a gun was held to my head and someone was like, Lucky, tell me what you think it is. And you have to be as close as possible. I would think that it is a Destiny 2 update. It's not the reboot of End of Service. It's not the reboot of Live Service. It is a one-off Destiny 2 update that is the Shattered Cycle and everything else that they had been working on getting greenlit to be downloaded to Destiny 2 players, and you'd have to purchase it, right? You have to spend money on it. That's what I would envision this to be. That's my prediction right now. More importantly, when asked whether the teasing was related to Marathon's Season 3, he said it wasn't. Another small detail adding fuel to the speculation came today from Anthony Cage, who announced that he has returned to Bungie as a freelance game capture artist. Quote, today was my first day back with Bungie as now a freelance game capture artist / runner. He wrote, adding to that he, quote, can't wait to share with you all what comes next. What comes next, huh? What could that be? His return has already led some players to wonder whether Bungie could be bringing back people affected by its recent layoffs, especially with the timing lining up with the other strange activity around Destiny this week. For now, though, there's no evidence that Bungie has started rehiring laid-off Destiny developers on a wider scale. So maybe it's a one-off. Maybe it's just this one guy got hired back. But it's definitely given people some hope. The 3 theories getting the most attention right now are Destiny 3, a return to active Destiny 2 development, and some form of Destiny 1 remake. There's no confirmation for any of them, but the fact that several creators are suddenly being cryptic at the same time has given players a reason to think Bungie may have more planned for Destiny. And we'll see. I think that an interesting element too is that, this guy was hired as a contractor. I could see Bungie hiring some of these guys back for this one-off project, a contracted project, rather than like, live service salaried individuals. And their objective would be to fully wrap up the Fate saga, launch Shattered Cycle, maybe Alchemist, maybe give it like a big name, repurpose the name to something else. And yeah, then it could be, I don't even know how to describe it because we've already had kind of a send off, but the June 9th update, while it was an awesome send off in a lot of ways, it did leave us wanting more. And considering it performed so well in terms of the number of people playing and the metrics across social media and the petition that we started, that got almost 500,000 signatures, I think that it's pretty obvious that there's interest in Destiny. And so what is the lowest hanging fruit that Bungie and Sony rather can use? What lever can Sony pull that could make them some money? And I think the easiest, simplest lever they can pull is the Destiny 2 lever. I think that a Destiny 1 remastered is very expensive, very timely, costly project. Takes a bit to get that thing done. A Destiny 3 is even bigger, more ambitious. A Destiny 3, even if it's watered down to nothing but a campaign, is, a bit unfortunate, but, still wildly ambitious. I think the absolute lowest barrier of entry in terms of pulling the Destiny lever and making money come out, right? For this is what Sony wants to do, right? They want to say, how do we squeeze another dollar out of Destiny? I think this is what it is. I think this is the only logical conclusion that someone can come to. And I think that the Destiny content creators got a chance to meet up with Bungie perhaps, or maybe some people leaked some information to them. And so they're, being extremely vague about some of that. I think that's kind of where it's at. It could just be a rumor, could just be a bunch of cope, right? We are kind of, reading between the lines for a lot of this stuff, but I think that Paul Tassi's tweet is probably the most eye-opening or jaw-dropping of all of them, because he seems to be saying, yeah, where there's smoke, there's fire, guys. Like, what do you think? Oh, there's all these rumors, oh, I wonder what that could be. Hoo-hoo. It's like, all right, yeah. So let me know what you think about it down in the comment section below, though. There's no way Cross could keep that a big secret. Well, he didn't if he played Marathon, right? He subtly hinted at it. And the real key here, more than anything, is that if you get invited to see something and you get signed an NDA and all this, if you tell people, people are gonna, like, that's like Equagan shit, right? Like, you don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you sign the NDA, you keep your lips zipped. That being said, though, you can be, I don't know how to describe it, can be subtle about some things, right? All right, the GTA 6 trailer is going to come out in like 40 minutes, guys. 40 minutes. And I got to watch this thing. So be prepared. Apparently, I got to figure out how to download Netflix on here. Pull this up. How do you watch Netflix? Such a weird, this is the weirdest stream ever. It's just a browser? Yeah. Yo, we're watching Netflix on stream now. All right, let me sign up for Netflix here. Hope GTA 6 is good. Hopefully. According to the rules, we can watch the live stream and then we can upload a video right afterwards. Yeah, we have it, but it's gonna log in and use your name and stuff, so I probably don't want to do that. Oh,
You could take a girl for a walk on a remote
hey, what the hell?
beach.
As soon as I pull it up, it's got some... Wait, how does this... Oh. Wait, I was paying for Netflix and I didn't know it? What the hell? Oh my god. That's fucked up. We'll see. Yeah. All right. So I got Netflix pulled up. All right, I got it pulled up here. Good. Homie needs rocket money. You know what I did? Yeah, this is what I do. Eventually, I start signing up for too much stuff. You've got subscription here, subscription there. So I literally go down to the bank. I did this not too long ago. I go down to the bank and I just close my account and start a new account altogether. Because I'm like tired of all this shit. There's too many subscriptions. They should make it. There should be like a law passed where you can only subscribe to like fucking 20 things at most or something. Or set a limitation on my card or something. Like I should be able to restrict myself. I should not be able to subscribe to 55 different things and then forget about them. And then all my money goes away. But that's how they get you, dude. Spend more time managing my subscriptions than fucking doing anything, dude. But literally, I just go down to the bank and I just get a whole new account. I'm just like, close my account, open a new account. And then all the subscriptions all fucking hit the brick wall of not getting the money they want. And then I just sign up for the stuff that I need and do the same thing. Yeah. I do this every like 2 years. It's like a 2-year cycle. That's actually what I actually do that. I 100%. It's actually not a bad strat too. If you'd have like a ton of subscriptions. Most of you are probably not subscribing to crazy shit like me. Like I have to subscribe to like all these content creator programs that like edit things and, you know, make images and all that. So because of that, it's a little bit better for me. It's going to be a tough decision participating in no disc equals no buy or the GTA 6 launch. I think that it's a tough situation. Yeah. It's a moral quandary for sure. For me, I believe I like the no disc, no buy movement, but I'm not as strict about it. I think that it's almost like that's what I think should happen and that's the best case scenario, but I'm also like willing to just like move on with my life if that's like not going to be a possibility, I guess, if that makes sense. So I'm okay. I like the pushback. I think the energy is in the right place, but also like, you know, I'm not willing to just quit all of gaming in an effort to, you know, pursue those ideals, if that makes sense. Are you using OBS? I do use OBS, yes. Yep. Yeah, so I can just like stream Netflix. Like I think I have it up here. This is where the GTA 6 trailer is going to be. What should I watch on here? I never watch Netflix. You know, they got iCarly on here. Hold up. Let's put up iCarly here. They got freaking The Queen's Gambit. Great word. AKA Charlie Sheen. I don't watch dude. What even is this? Rousey versus Corona. They got UFC fights up now. This is crazy. I don't think you play any of these. Yeah, I'm not going to play any of them on stream. But the goal is that's where the GTA 6 trailer is going to drop, I'm imagining, which sounds insane. But once it drops, then we'll watch it. So that's in like 30 minutes. So be prepared, chat. Be prepared. What if it's not dropping? It is dropping. What are you talking about? It's today. It's today at 3. Play Love is Blind UK. Dude, that's what we need. Destiny is dead, so now I am a Love is Blind UK streamer. I can't believe that Chad and Samantha were kissing in the hot tub, dude. Oh my god. That's so crazy. It's just my favorite show, dude. Watch Eddie versus Hoyler Metamorphosis. Yeah, that'd be a good one. That's a good throwback right there. All right, we got here. We talked about this a little bit yesterday, but this is some crazy stuff right here. Lucky, can you please tell me if the new Gears of War is worth it? I mean, I'm not a big Gears guy. It seems like it's going to be decent, though. Seen the Spider documentary? No, but I was watching an incredible documentary last night, and it was the documentary of John From. Have you ever heard of this? Dude, this is insanity. This is great. You guys need to watch this. It's free on YouTube. There's multiple documentaries about it, but it's this guy, David Attenborough, who goes to these islands in like, they're like near Papua New Guinea or out there, like out there in the middle, you know what I'm saying? Out there in the island area over there, like north of freaking Australia and that. Anyways, he goes out into these islands where there's like these indigenous people that like, you know, don't like have like, they're like living in the Stone Age, right? These island people. And they bring them, you know, like they show up with like suits and like military gear because they're planning for the military attacks on Japan after Pearl Harbor happened, right? So Japan bombs Pearl Harbor. We're like, all right, fuck you then, motherfuckers. Fuck around, find out, right? And so we literally send the military over to these islands to like occupy these islands and build up these bases and shit. And so anyways, because these tribes were like living in the Stone Age, they like had a completely different perspective of like reality, and like they don't have like the Enlightenment, they don't have like books and libraries and shit, right? And so they just like ended up believing and turning the military and the cargo ships into their religion. And so their god, their messiah, is a guy named John From, which is so fun. It's just a guy named John From is their messiah. And I don't even know what the hell we don't even know who John From is, but that's their messiah. And they believe that if they do the proper rituals, that they will make the all cargo show up, right? The all cargo. And so their goal, these island people, this is a real thing. This is like video recorded too. You can go watch it if you want. It's not like some made up story or some fiction. So their goal is that they do the military they literally do the military marching. They literally, like, you can go watch it online right now. They do the military marching and they paint their chest with USA. That's what they paint red on their chest, USA. And they're out in like Papua New Guinea. And they're doing military marches like this. They're like about face. They're literally doing the fucking left, right? And it's their religion. It's their belief that those rituals were done by the white man. And that's what was making the cargo ships come in and bringing the food and the sustenance, which seemed almost otherworldly, like magical, like aliens dropping some shit down on us, right? And so they're like, all right, let's just do the same thing. Because like in their mind, they see the cargo ships coming and they see the white people on the fucking island, right? And so they're like, the white people aren't making the food come. The white people are just on the island. They're doing these rituals. So they perform the military rituals of doing the military marching in hopes that the all cargo would come. And so their belief is that John From is going to come back. He's going to bring the cargo in the cargo ship that has everything. It's going to have all the supplies you could ever need, right? And so they put their faith in their savior, which is John From, and they intentionally march around on the island and they do these military marches, right? It's insanity, dude. It's insanity. The all cargo, yeah, it's a real thing. And the whole point of it is just like the psychology of why we believe in religion and why, like, what religion fulfills in our psychology, like in our minds, right? And how you can kind of see it in other, less civilized like areas of the world. And it's really it's super fascinating because to them they really believe it. They really believe that John Frum is going to come back and he's going to bring the cargo, like all the cargo you could ever want. And so they worship the cargo. They, like, to them, the cargo is like an alien, like what we would envision, like an alien spacecraft bringing us super advanced technology or something, right? So crazy. You got to watch this. Soundest, thank you for the tier 1 and 2 months. Thank you. I appreciate that. And Glenn Bozzi with the Prime 730 months. Exactly. I'm going to tap on my keyboard and swear a lot. This is how I make money. Exactly. Yeah, it's one of the ways. The whole society that will never know that GTA 6 came out will just keep marching, dude. They just keep marching, dude. They just keep marching. Yeah. And I think the funniest part, it's not funny, I guess, because you don't want to laugh at people's beliefs, right? Because like they genuinely believe it and it means a lot to them. But it's so obviously like made up, right? Like to us, it's like, all right, like you guys really believe in this like super made up thing. But like there's this like really funny quote where they were like, they're like, John's not coming back. Like it's not real. Like none of this is real. And the guy literally says, because they learned English from like the 1930s, right? From when the military or whatever came over, they like taught them English, or they learned English even before then, I think, from travelers. The guy says to him, like, he's like, you wait for Jesus 2,000 years. I can wait for John Frum for 19 years. He had been waiting for John Frum to come back for 19 years. And there was no sign of John Frum, but he was like, well, his logic was you've waited for Jesus for 2,000 years, so I can wait 19 years. That was crazy, dude. It's just, it's almost like something that's like actual, it seems like a fictional story, dude. So fascinating, though. Yeah. Anyways, go watch that. That's what I wasn't watching Netflix or fucking Love Island or anything like that. We're watching that. This is interesting here, though. Yes, that's my savior. John Frum, dude. We need to elevate the Church of John Frum. You know what I'm saying? John Frum. It's crazy too, is that group is still there. Like it's not even like a thing that died off. Like there's actually still a group of people there. There's like 250 believers of John Frum, the Church of John Frum. And you could go visit them today if you wanted to. You could go visit, you go to a John Frum service. It's literally like it's still like, it's not like a mythical thing or like something in the past. Like you could travel there today and go see it yourself. So, and that's basically people waiting for Destiny to return, right? Destiny is our John Frum. Yeah, people waiting for Destiny to return, right? It was promised to us from Jesus on the YouTube channel Jesus MC. His first commandment was, thou shalt not make a PvP server. His second commandment was, thou shalt not use generative AI. Yes. Yes, indeed. That's what the prophecy foretold. He said that there would be missions. He said that there would be a Red War campaign. All right. The final TWAB was promised to us 2,000 years ago. Dude, no. Not the final TWAB, dude. Not the final TWAB. The final TWAB. Oh, man. It's so funny, dude. It's so funny. He said there would be two blues and a token. Yes. Yes. Crazy stuff, man. All right, we got to cover this news story. All the shooter games are dying. And today they announced that 2 of them are getting their end of service. And that is Splitgate Reloaded and M-Pulse. If you don't know, Splitgate was this kind of like a Halo variant looking game where you could jump into a portal and it would warp you to another part of the map. It was really cool, the first one. The sequel didn't land as well. And M-Pulse was effectively a kind of knockoff Titanfall type game where you run along the walls and stuff. Both first-person shooter games, both dead, or at least they're on their way out, right? There's like a couple hundred people playing. Like, you're not even going to find a match at that rate. They're downgrading the servers to peer-to-peer, and yeah, they couldn't afford the bills, basically. Couldn't afford the bills, so they're cooked. It's over and done with. It's a rough time in the shooter space right now. We obviously saw these 2 games go down in a glorious flame. We obviously see Marathon, which is probably swirling the toilet bowl right now and going to be gone before you know it. Then you had High Guard before that, Concord, Destiny 2 even died. God damn. Why? Why? All of our shooter games are gone, man. What's happening? I think that the shooter space is just, it's like, it's complete, basically. Like, all the shooter games that ever needed to get made have been made, and the ones that are iconic in there. And I don't know that there's any more space for new shooter games to come out. I just don't know. I can't even envision a new shooter game that comes out that would be successful, other than obviously a Destiny 3. Like, that's still like Destiny stuff, right? But I'm saying like a new shooter game that's never been done before, you know, like what would that even have? They would have to have such a crazy, ambitious vision or do something so unique. But as it stands right now, the shooter space is probably about as taboo as it can get when it comes to game companies trying to make these games. I would imagine you won't see any new shooter games for a long time. It's going to be a drought. So if you're looking for a new shooter game now that Destiny 2 is dead, don't be sitting around waiting for a new one. That's for sure. Go to one that's already existing. Go to one that's already out, because that's probably the only ones that are going to be there. Like, I would be willing to guess that there's not another successful shooter game maybe over the next like 5 years. That's my prediction. The next 5 years, you're just not going to see it. It's going to be way too hard for these games to come out and do well. Now, there's games that have like shooting as a component, right? Like GTA is not a shooter game per se. It's more like an open world game that has shooting elements in it. So maybe you'll see that. Obviously, GTA is, I'm assuming, going to do pretty well. But as far as an actual like shooter first game doing well, good luck, dude. Good luck. You are so unbelievably cooked. The competition is just too steep. It's like it feels like it's already all been done. Every art style has been explored. You've got hyper realism to Fortnite and everything in between, even Marathon if you want to count that. So it's like, what is there left in the shooter space? What is there left? Duck shooter, dude. Duck shooter. That's what we need to. We need to bring it back, dude. Bring back the duck hunter. That was my first shooter experience. Believe it or not. That was my first shooter experience. And I actually liked that game so much. Game was peak. How did they even make that game? How did they even like synchronize the damn gun with the fucking screen? Like, that's like some VR, like augmented reality shit, but that was like 30 years ago. How did they even do that? I need to look into this actually. How did Nintendo make the technology work for that Duck Hunt shooter game all those years ago? Because you just don't see that anymore. It was actually a brilliantly simple trick. That's why it worked on old CRT televisions. The Nintendo game you're thinking of is Duck Hunt. It released in 1984. God damn. 1984. Can you believe that? That was back when Hanging Frank was just 50 years old. A young chap. The trick is that the gun wasn't actually detecting where you aimed. It didn't have a camera and it wasn't tracking the gun's position. Instead, Nintendo exploited how a CRT television draws its picture. When you pulled the trigger, the NES would briefly change what was displayed on the screen. The screen would go black for a moment. The duck or target would be replaced with a bright white rectangle. The zapper contains a light sensor inside the barrel. If the sensor detected that the bright rectangle, the NES knew the gun is pointing at the duck. That's basically it. But here's the really clever part. The game could actually determine which target you hit. Suppose there were two ducks. The Nintendo could display black equals duck 1, white, black, duck number 2. The zapper's photo diode tells the Nintendo when it sees the flash. Because the Nintendo knows exactly when each target was displayed, it can determine which gun was pointing at it. God damn. You can literally only use this technology with a CRT television. So you couldn't even use it with a modern television. We got to go back, dude. We got to imagine a stream where I'm sitting and I'm playing on my CRT television, playing Duck Hunt, dude. Honestly, that's actually a fire stream. Wait a second. Write that down, dude. That would actually be incredible. Can you imagine? I've never seen anything like that. This shit was way ahead of its time, dude. This was augmented reality before augmented reality. Duck Hunt, dude. This is crazy. Xbox has just won the second console war. In one singular move, Asher Sharma dropped this tactical nuke on PlayStation. Your physical game library is more than a collection of discs. It holds years of memories and stories worth preserving. Starting next week, Xbox insiders can unlock a digital entitlement for supported physical games. We'll start with thousands of titles and add more as we can. So there it is. Physical media lives on with Xbox, but PlayStation is ending it, and this has become the bane of all gamers. $25.5 million views here. Crazy. How cool is that, though? We're going to preserve your games disc to digital. Sony won the first console war, but now Xbox is winning the second one. Someone said, wow, he looks at YouTube chat and says nothing. What do you want me to say? What the hell? What the heck? I saw some of the comments, but I'm in the middle of watching this as well. Yes, sir. That's right. Xbox, dude. Xbox on top. All I'm saying is if they launch an Xbox and it's got a Destiny 3 logo on the side of it, I'm buying, dude. I'll buy that motherfucker for $1,200 if I have to. I will buy that shit. The Xbox digital license stuff is insane. In a good way or bad way? All right, we're 14 minutes away from the GTA trailer. Are you ready, chat? Hitting on YouTube? What's that? Her mission is to make Sony look even worse than they are. Hey, even if that's their mission, if they're doing right by their consumers, then that's the way it is, you know? This definitely puts a lot of pressure on Sony, though, right? Definitely puts a lot of pressure on Sony. Which is good. This is why having rival companies is good, because one doesn't get to sort of dictate the rules of engagement. They have to compete against each other and in an effort to, you know, drive the costs down. So competing markets is good. We want this. We like this. Make sure you add commentary so you don't get struck. All I'm going to do is just play this sound bit every 10 seconds. That's it. Maybe this. That's good, Screen Peeper. If they lean into the your Xbox is also PC stuff and integrate other marketplaces like Steam, I would 100% swap to Xbox. Yeah. We'll see what they do, man. They have an interesting position. They're an interesting position. I'm going to get cracked out on some Coke real fast. I'll be right back. Give me a second. Man. I'm eating some of these chocolate covered almonds. That's some good stuff right there. Dark chocolate covered almonds. Yes, sir. They're hiring, dude. Chocolate covered almonds and pepperoni pizza. Those don't necessarily go together, but separately they're both good. GTA 6 is about to be the craziest game the world has ever seen. Just look at this. Rockstar's LA studio was opened almost exclusively to work on GTA 6's NPCs, revealed in Dazed exclusive magazine coverage. This game is nuts. A whole studio opened just for the NPCs to pull off the technical and cultural feats required to build a world of the scale, depth, and interactivity of GTA 6. The Rockstar team has more than doubled in size since the release of Red Dead Redemption 2. It has offices around the world, with one branch in LA dedicated almost solely to the world of in-game pedestrians, NPCs. More than 50 real street artists were brought in to design murals in places like Vice City's Stockyard, which is Wynwood, Miami. The team that deals with the vehicle handling is made up of literal race car drivers. Like, it doesn't get much better than this. On paper, this should be absolute peak, and we're about to witness it on Netflix. So make sure you look for the reaction and the breakdown video of the topic. There we go. Just had to do a quick video on that. All right, 5 minutes. I think that NPCs in games, they've always been like, I feel like GTA has always innovated more so than ever before. Do you ever remember the first time you interacted with like the GTA NPCs and like you walk down the street and they will like get aggro on you? Like if you bump into them, they'll start getting mad, they'll start punching you, or they pull out a gun or something like that. Like that is really cool and really interesting. Can you imagine if there was like, if they had like so many more decisions that they could make? Like there's so many more options, right? Imagine you could like team up with people. Imagine you could, there's so much more that could happen. Interesting conversations, maybe. The pedestrian phone conversations are great. Yeah. I'm fascinated to see how far this can go. File loss. I don't know, man. I'm not sure. I'm trying to even think like what would be. I feel like when you ever see the game when they put the game on like aggro mode and everyone like has a gun and goes crazy. That's always funny to me. But I'm interested in seeing what's possible. It's almost like a thought experiment that we have yet to explore of like what could NPCs do. I always thought they should do so much more though and be like, I'll give you a good example. Like when you go into Destiny 2 and you go up to the tower, right? It's like there's Commander Zavala there. And he's just always standing in the same spot, saying the same lines, you know? It'd be interesting if like Commander Zavala like walked around the tower and like visited different NPCs and had conversations. And like during different times of the day, he had different conversations and stuff. And different dialogue that you could interact with him. Maybe he's in his like headquarters sometimes, like that like little office he has. You know? Maybe he doesn't have an exactly perfect walking routine where he like always walks this direction, that direction. Maybe he's like has like some sort of like dynamic decision making. You know, a fight breaks out in the tower and Commander Zavala has to like sprint down the hallways and stop it. Imagine specific NPCs having daily routes, hangout spots, hidden quests. Yeah. So interesting to think about, man. Yeah, Zavala has days where he's grumpy, right? Yeah, imagine he had just like different moods. Like some days he's like broody and like depressed and he's like frustrated about something. And other days he's like happy and cheerful. You know, maybe he's wearing a different, like, why is he still wearing the same armor? Like, think about all those years. Like, Commander Zavala's been wearing the same armor since the first year. His armor got sunset. Like, his armor, he should be wearing something different. Maybe he puts on a different shader. You know? Like, imagine you can walk up to Commander Zavala and be like, hey, bro, like, you kind of been wearing the same armor. You smell like ass. And he hears you, and he's like, he responds in a variety of ways, maybe nice, maybe mean. And then he like walks off down to his office, goes down the elevator and like changes his outfit. And then he comes back and you're like, oh, it looks better. It looks good. You know? I don't know. There's stuff like that's like funny and interesting. No tears on it. Yeah, he has no tears. He has got literally 0 tiered armor. So, like, what exactly is going to happen here? God damn, that's... God damn, that was loud. Blasted my ears off, dude. I am able to play that. Yes, sir. I am. You can only upload it after it's... Yeah, you're allowed to stream it. I thought it was only a reaction. No, you can stream it. Yeah. Have it on hold. It says, you are free to live stream an extended look from 3 p.m. Eastern Time on August 27th, provided you adhere to platform-specific guidance and you do not simply restream or repost the unedited video in full without context or commentary. Oh, God. Netflix. Oh, God. It shut down, dude. The site fucking broke, dude. Netflix crashed. Yep, they crashed it, dude. Stupid fucking idiots, dude. Of course this would happen. Of course! Why? They literally crashed it, bruh. Why would you do this? Maybe they'll post it. If it crashes for too long, I wonder if Netflix will just like post it on... I don't know. They really want to play it here. Yeah, they already did this with the Jake Paul fight, right? So it's like, it's obvious that this would happen. So funny, though. Oh, wait for it. Oh, it's here. All right, it's time, chat. It's time. It's time. This is the Grand Theft Auto 6 extended look. Let's see what they're cooking up. This is meant to be big news.
You can throw a cactus at someone's face. In the real world,
we got
that's
ads.
frowned upon. Here, you can get medieval on a trash can. Here, That's just vandalism and littering. In Brawl Stars, you can do this, and that. Yep, that too. Oh, look out! Fire in the holes! Oh, hello. You just can't get that in reality. But in Brawl Stars, you can. Download today.
All right, let's do this. Let's I'm gonna play this. It's 25 minutes long. Oh my god. Okay. Let's go here. I gotta re-record this bit here. All right. We're watching it. We're watching it. This is the GTA 6 extended look on Netflix. I'm going to give you my live reaction to everything. It just went live. Let's watch it together. Here we go.
I guess they know we're coming.
All right, that's the block right here. Be cool. Don't, you know.
What?
Nothing.
Yo, what the fuck? Yo, what's up? Y'all trying to smoke?
No. Y'all know Booby?
Booby, huh? Yeah. He ain't here, though.
Well, we're picking something up for him. You know anything about that?
Yeah, go inside and ask for Raymond, bruh.
Appreciate it.
Booby. Where are we? God damn. This looks like fucking some crazy South St. Pete stuff right here, dude.
Man, I don't even want to hear that shit.
Hey,
Like, I don't even want to hear that shit. Hold up, bro. Yo. Y'all need something?
Raymond?
Nah. What you want?
Booby sent us for a pickup.
All right. Yo, we going up. Right inside.
Oh my god. Excellent t-shirt physics. Someone said in the chat, yeah.
Here for a pickup or a drop off.
Pickup.
The shadows look incredible.
Straight up, first door on the right.
The graphic
Yep.
fidelity is definitely insane.
How you doing, big guy? Buddy. This has got to be the door, right?
Looks like it.
What you want?
Yo, is Raymond around?
Nah, never heard of him.
Yo, we're here to pick up for Booby.
Alright, hold up.
We did some drug trafficking? What's going on here?
Yo, Ray, these two say they for Booby? Already told that motherfucker what the fuck going on, man. He seriously sent y'all over here right now.
We're just here to collect, man.
Why he ain't come collect? You ain't asked yourself that.
No.
Look, we could go back empty-handed.
My partner's off the grid right now, you feel me? Until I figure out where the fuck he at and what the fuck going on, we in a holding pattern right here.
So Booby knows all this, right?
Yeah, he fucking knows. Problem is, he only worried about himself. Yo, phone. Let me tell y'all something. At this point, I really don't give a fuck.
Hey, pack that shit up.
Yo, Ray, it's him. Ernesto.
Put on speakerphone.
Raymond.
Yo, Nesto.
Raymond.
Where the fuck you at?
Óyeme, mi hermano. We got a situation happening. My friends on the task force are on their way. They said they're paying you a visit, so just let them take whatever they want, okay?
The fuck you talking about? You know I got a nigga outside your mama house, right?
Raymond, listen very closely, cabrón. Raymond.
The fuck is that?
Hey.
Hey, yo, Ray, it's 12. They tuned up and everything.
Raymond.
Let's get these workers out of here, man.
Raymond, estás ahí, coño.
Wrong way, this way.
Come on.
I've always been there for you. But this what I get?
Please, don't fucking move!
It is what it is, my friend.
Holy shit.
Stay down.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, damn. What, are we shooting the freaking police? What is this?
Come on. I need to find a way out. Got Booby's bricks.
Fuck Booby.
Those aren't the police. Someone said graphics look a bit shoddy.
Push up. Stay with me.
If these graphics don't look good enough for you after $2 billion, then you're cooked.
Cover.
Honestly, I agree. I only play $4 billion games. Oof.
Fuck him.
Can't you fucking handle a bunch of street pushers? Hey, man, this ain't even loaded. Oh, too bad. Clean this shit up!
It's fucking Mendez.
Yep. You think he saw us?
No, he couldn't have. Oh, coño.
They got more cops coming in from downstairs. Get in here before they get your ass.
Thanks, man.
What the fuck going on? What the fuck y'all doing in here?
You hear all that outside? Just hold on a minute.
Hold on. You got motherfuckers running up in my house? You are not allowed to just come in here. Every time I try to buy some piece of something else.
And that's my fault.
Easy.
Alright, hijacking the cars.
Hey,
Hey, Jay. I bought these. What do you think?
I can buy my own clothes, you know.
Sure you can. But would they look that good?
Yeah, okay. You know, Brian wants us there for cocktails.
Uh-huh.
You know what you're gonna wear yet?
Relax, Jay.
The lighting from the phone. I don't know if I've seen that in another game.
What do you think?
Sequins?
Sequins?
Okay, the other one. You know what you're wearing right now looks pretty good, so you wanna head out? I don't wanna be late.
Yeah, all right. Just give me a few seconds.
Damn, the lights on the mirror even. The lighting, engine, and physics is like crazy. It's like so, everything's so dynamic and different in the house. Damn, that
Does life
TV.
feel hopeless? Are you constantly searching for a way out? Luckily for you, those days are over thanks to Angstapan.
Ah, the great outdoors. Nature's playground. A carnival of infinite possibilities. Overflowing with creatures great and small. Magnificent and proud. Hungry? Not anymore. Mouth-watering meats from the open range.
Hell yeah, Arby's, dude.
Famous buns.
Ready.
Damn, worth the wait.
Alright, let's see it. Alright, walks up to the car, interacts. Whoa, the reflection of the fucking glass
wound up a little tight.
was
What's up?
accurate.
Nothing.
What the hell?
I just don't like being late.
We're not that late.
Brian's doing us a favor, you know? You need this intro.
The convertible.
You know, doing some deep fucking shit.
Nice.
I get that too. Who is this guy? You know, besides Brian's old cellmate.
I know as much as you. Cal might have said he was like former Dominican intelligence or something.
Damn.
What?
Just
He hit the
kinda wish
cone.
We weren't running late.
Really?
The other guy hit the cone.
What? I didn't know all this. Relationships are about communication, Jay.
Sure, I'm sorry.
Where you at, my city girl?
Yo, Miami.
What the hell are you doing?
You seeing this? Well, look who's back. What?
Sometimes I'm just more comfortable when I have to use a gun, you know?
Just be charming, okay?
Yeah.
And don't worry about Brian. Dude's retired. I mean, look at Lori's Snapmatic. Looks like they're loving it.
Our console's gonna be able to handle this?
The bar.
Your console's gonna turn into a thermonuclear reactor loading these graphics, dude.
Oh my God, as I live and breathe, look at the two of you.
Hey, Lori. It's good to see you, Brian.
Uh-huh.
Oh, come here, give us a hug. I told Brian I thought you two were both dead for sure. Now what have you gotten yourselves into? I want to know everything.
I don't know what this is.
Look, I was just sightseeing with my girl.
The tourists carry these.
Yo!
Shut up! Hold on.
This is so fucked. Well, Brian was quite the stud back in the day.
Was. Wait,
What's up?
that job, it has to be done tonight.
Tonight?
He wants it on the quiet, huh? He only wants one of you.
Well,
You know,
I don't mind.
I mean,
If you wanted to.
I'm gonna go. Enjoy your dinner, guys. I'll be back for dessert.
Well, I'll walk you out. I need the ladies.
Yeah, let's take in the view. I never get to smoke weed in front of Lori. Ever tell you about the fairground rolled into my hometown when I was a kid?
I don't think so.
Push
They
R1
had
to smoke,
mazes
it said.
and Ferris wheel. Hell, it was the highlight of the goddamn summer for us kids.
Everybody, hands so we can see them!
And they had this beautiful carousel. One night we snuck in, and a buddy of mine, he got it working.
Look what the law chased it.
Locals are feisty.
Be united, baby.
Then he cranked the speed up so fast that we thought we was flying.
What now?
It started going faster and faster, and it's getting harder to hold on. And I said, well, shit, that ain't good. And I fucking jumped. Jimmy Canto stayed on, cracked his head open, and that night.
You got a point?
Yeah. You gotta know when to get off, Jason. You hear me? Now, let's head back.
Everybody wanna say where they been.
Hey.
Hey, got this Raul guy's car and heading to the address he gave.
Nice. On my way.
Yo, so I've been thinking, and I don't think we should tell him about, our troubles. Not just yet.
Well, that was the whole point of this.
Look, he could sell us out. Or put a bullet through our heads. I mean, seriously, what reason do we have to trust this guy?
All right. So how do you want to play it?
Slow play. Just say, hi, nice to meet you, here's your car. Where's our payment? Please let us know about any further criminal opportunities.
Okay. See you there.
Yep,
You miss me?
I've been busy. You gonna text this guy? The dude could be a cop for all we know.
Hey, he's not a cop, all right? He's just cautious. That's probably why he survived so long. We could learn something.
Maybe you could.
Yeah. You're the perfect criminal.
Jason, Lucia,
Yeah.
Yeah,
we gotta go.
go.
Yeah, go, like right fucking now. What you think I needed to live for?
Shit, yeah, he's cautious, right?
Vamos, vamos, maldito loco el diablo. Enséñame clase de chofera tú eres. Hey, bro, get your ass back here, man.
Huh?
Come on, you gotta hold these fuckers off.
got a little something for your plate. Here, you take this.
Getting crowded here. I'm gonna punch through to the freeway.
Oh damn, he shoots the tires out from underneath it. It flips the truck. Damn. Yeah, he's intentionally shooting the tires to flip them.
No. This is good. Keep cutting through. Back up into this alley here.
Okay.
Paint the, yeah, change the car color.
That's it. Good. How about we just chill here for a minute?
Fucking shit show.
You want me to take the wheel?
What? No.
Look, you think everything always goes as planned, huh? No, mommy, no. There will always be some kind of bullshit. A professional adapts. Are you a professional, Lucia? Huh?
Of course.
Good. I need a professional. Oh, no.
I see him.
I think he saw us too. Let's go.
Uh-oh. The license plates. 6 stars? Yeah, it goes up to 6 stars. What the hell happens when you get 6?
Okay, out. Don't leave anything.
Molotov on the car. Looks like it caught it on fire.
We're right, Jason. We're cargo.
Wonder if the fire like escalates, like builds up and stuff.
Maybe some warning next time?
What should I tell you to put in your calendar? Friday morning, bank robbery. Come on.
We passed the test?
This is exactly what Florida looks like.
We're still alive.
Dude, they literally have the sun pass. The sun pass tolls. That's funny.
This could be the start of something good. Keep your phones on. Oh, mamita. Dichoso los ojos.
Oh, hey.
Take me to the loop, baby. I need to see it.
Does this mean we're in his crew?
Yeah, I think so.
You think he can help us?
We don't have any better ideas, do we? Where are we?
Back in Bayside.
Want to take a look around?
It's playing VR. The Jack of Hearts 21. Oh no. Got Daytona.
Let's try to keep it clean.
Hey, I'm watching you.
Cops are on their way.
Oh shit! Who the fuck are you?
What the fuck is this?
Oh, the drunk challenge! Wait,
Is this neon?
Yeah.
holy shit, Chad! What do I do?
Jesus.
Look! Look! The actual cops are chasing us!
He switches characters. Interesting.
I bet you'd be real good at battle rapping, dog.
Oh, yeah?
Lucia, Jason, come take a seat. I'm waiting on the ETA for the flight.
Can I get you anything? Tea, coffee, champagne?
3 more champagnes, thank you.
Be right back.
Trust me, a slight buzz will only help you.
So Val, I know it's a party, but we are working, right?
The job is Andres de Leon. Protect him, but keep him in line. Gas him up, boost his ego, make him feel good about himself.
Babysit.
Hey, there's a sight for sore eyes. Tina, what's up, chula?
Andres! It's been forever. How is everything?
Oh, I mean, it's been nonstop.
Lucia, Jason, please meet Andres de Leon.
Sorry, guys, I'm a hugger. Come in here, get in here. Yes, all right. Beautiful, beautiful. Yes, gorgeous. All right, strong. Good job.
Should we go, gentlemen?
You guys, you the driver?
Sure.
All right, let's go.
Come on.
All right, we're
All
good.
right, fuck it. You ready for this party, bro?
I don't know, maybe.
All right. What do you mean, maybe?
I'm ready for our party. I don't know about this party.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Hey, driver, what was your name again? Here we go.
Welcome. How's your flight, sir?
Yeah, real good time. Hey, those waitresses were all NDA'd, yeah?
The flight attendants? Yes, of course.
After the fact, that's a rookie move.
And you guys got our room sorted.
Yes, it's all ready for you. 24th floor executive conference room.
Perfect! Let's go freshen up, bro.
Let's
All
do it.
right.
Hey, honey, so a couple of Alonso's producers friends are in town and we're gonna do a deep dive into my creative roadmap. So we up in the conference room doing a little business hand, you know, think tank stuff, okay?
Seriously? Right now?
Yeah, baby, you snooze, you lose.
Increíble.
Petra, can I introduce you to Andres' new security detail, Jason and Lucia? This is Petra Navarro, COO of Megamundo.
Yes, good.
Can I take you up?
Yes, please, let's go. I don't want to spend the whole night in the lobby. Let him do what he does. Then I want him down here, okay?
You got it.
Buenas noches, señoras.
Gustavo, I want you to meet Lucia. She's part of the new security detail that we hired for Andres.
Elevator music.
Some security guy just took my guns.
It's a good thing you're good with your hands. These guys seem to have it covered. We should be fine.
Okay.
Private meeting. Don't come in.
Hey, Andres.
Whoa, hey, it's okay. It's my guy. Hey, buddy, just christening the new building.
Hey, man.
Oh, sorry to interrupt.
Hey, man, can you run and get
Doing
some
cocaine up here?
Some sparkling water, a few beers, just a selection of shit to drink, yeah? Thanks, buddy. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so they just called and asked me to bring you down to the party now? Petra wants you. There's some big speech happening.
No, fuck that shit. Fuck that.
Sorry, hard pass. Man, we're on a roll here, Frontal cortex is in overdrive. I mean, how many ideas did I just have in the last 5 minutes, bro?
So many, bro. So fucking many.
It's like the band's back together and I just met these fucking guys.
Come on, guys.
Hello, everyone. I just want to thank you all for coming here tonight to join us in celebrating the opening of Megamundo's first corporate headquarters on American soil. But we all did this together, as a family.
Oh shit.
Everybody on the ground! Let me check the asset! All of you!
All this money and we can't have a toggleable first person. All I'm saying is, I like it, it's good, but the first person snob is coming out again. Can you see the sweat on their face? You can definitely see the sweat.
Give me the phone.
Who am I gonna call? I'm not stupid.
Hi, guys. How's it going down there?
Who the fuck is this?
We'll talk more later, okay?
¿Qué carajo? Tenemos un problema. ¡Mierda, mierda, granada!
Nice distraction, Jay. A bit dramatic.
You're welcome. I'm going upstairs. He's got Andres.
Shit. Okay, I'm on my way.
I'm looking for the different like destruction physics and stuff, destructible environments. The glass breaking looks really good. Someone said third person is classic GTA. Oh, definitely. I understand GTA is going to be a third person game when it comes to the shooting. It would be cool if there was like a toggleable option though, right? You can go into first person. It's fine. I expected it to be that.
These are your glory days. The salad years, you know? Nothing is gonna beat who you are now. You can't see all the fucked up shit that's looming on the horizon. Enjoy this, dude. If this right now was all that there is, all the time, it would be perfect. Trust me.
Nice. PS5. November 19th. All right, there it is. That was the GTA 6 extended look trailer. Let's give a breakdown of my first impressions. So, pretty standard stuff in general. Like, there wasn't like a crazy breakdown of something we've necessarily never seen before. Like, this was meant to be kind of a flex, I think. And like, this is what the graphics look like now. This is what gameplay looks like. And it was really impressive. And some people in the chat, I think maybe jokingly were like, no, it's not that good. It's not that interesting. But when you actually, if you went back and like dissected every little detail and all the different moving parts, it's pretty damn good. You know, go back and compare this to that game Mind's Eye that we played a little while ago. And yeah, you'll see a stark contrast. So pretty solid stuff. Looks pretty good overall. I will say that the games industry right now is in an interesting place. Very fickle games industry. So I'm interested to see what the online reactions are. I can imagine there will be a good amount of people saying, you know, yawn, not that impressed, not interested, refunding my money, refunding my pre-order immediately. And that might be the case for a good amount of people, but there was nothing from this that I saw that was necessarily disastrous. And this is just meant to build more momentum and get as many pre-orders as possible. So let me know what you think, though. Where would you rate it out of 10? Feel free to comment that down below. For me, so far, there's not a whole lot to go by, but you know, as far as what I was expecting and the standard that's been set for GTA, I would say this is definitely like, because it's not a huge reveal, I would say maybe an 8, 9 out of 10, perhaps. But overall, it seemed pretty good to me, but that's a wrap. Let me know what you think. I'll see you in the next one. Later. Physics are really good. Yeah, those details are definitely on point. This is the GTA 6 extended look on. I just had to open that up real quick to put that online. So we got GTA 6 and extended. I'm going to upload this video world's first before everyone else with my fiber internet chat. And extended. And extended look. Put in the title world's first reaction. The world's first reaction, dude. That's what I'm saying, chat. That's right. What did you think? Give your thoughts in the chat below. Twitch crashed? Did Twitch crash? Too many people watching streams and stuff, probably. It looks like a legitimately captivating game. It looks very good so far. Really, really solid stuff. All right. At first, I wasn't pre-ordered, but I want to now. Yeah. Let me put this back.
This road guy's car and heading to the address he gave.
Nice. On my way.
Yo, so I've been thinking, and I don't think we should tell him about, you know, our troubles. Not just yet.
Well, that was the whole point of this.
Look, he could sell us out. Or put a bullet through our heads. I mean, seriously, what reason do we have to trust this guy?
All right. So how do you want to play it?
Slow play. Just say, hi, nice to meet you, here's your car. Where's our payment? Please let us know about any further criminal opportunities.
Okay. See you there.
Yep.
You miss me?
I've been busy. You gonna text this guy? The dude could be a cop for all we know.
And he's not a cop, all right? He's just cautious. It's probably why he survived so long. We could learn something.
Maybe you could.
Yeah. You're the perfect criminal.
Jason, Lucia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta go.
Go?
Yeah, go. Like right fucking now. What you think I needed to live for?
Shit. Ladies cautious, right?
Vamos, vamos! Maldito loco el diablo! Enséñame clase de chofera tú eres. Hey, bro. Get your ass back here, man.
Huh?
Come on, you gotta hold these fuckers off. I got a little something for your plate. Here, you take this.
Getting crowded here. I'm gonna punch through to the freeway.
Negative. Stay low.
Hey, hang on.
Don't get us trapped in here.
All right. I pull up the chat again. Just finished. Jesus, good. Yeah. I very much dig it. Yeah. Definitely solid. Can I get that in a drive? Yep. Let's put this in the drive now.
You want me to take the wheel?
What? No.
Look, you think everything always goes as planned, huh? No, mommy, no. There will always be some kind of bullshit. A professional adapts. Are you a professional?
There we go. Put that in the drive. Both of those.
Good. I need a professional.
I see him.
I think he saw us too. Let's go.
It says this video is ineligible to earn money. No. View details. Why? because of the claim Cars and Girls, copyright audio, and People Are People. Remove the song. Alright, removing that one. Oh, good lord. Clicking on all of these real quick. Let me see where we're at. I think, I'm not sure. I guess you can go through it if you want. See if you can fix it. Even if it can't make money, if the video can go live, it's better to just make it go live, so. I want it to be up before, like, everyone else, you know? So it can be used as, like, for that purposes. I scheduled it to go live at 3:45, so it'll go live in 7 minutes, regardless. We'll give it a couple minutes to clean up the copyright. I think the hype sets unreasonable expectations, but I bet when they play it, they'll feel differently. It looks more worth my personal time to play it. I think that it's going to be worth it because it's just going to be such a massive game. And, you know, GTA has been historically a really well put together game, so. Yeah, go ahead and do each song one by one, yeah. I scheduled it to go live. I got a thumbnail on it. It's ready to go live at 3:45, so if we can get it all ready to go by that time, that's perfect. Awesome. Well, that was quite a crazy trailer, huh? That literally broke Netflix. Apparently it broke Twitch as well. It's interesting. That's the little UI there. I'll pull that up. So you got weapons and items with your little UI management here. And then down here you've got two little consumables, it would seem. Up here you have like your health, your stamina, and your vision. Not sure what that's all about. And then you've got your money, two different money slots. So maybe like your cumulative money and then like in your account versus your money on your hand, perhaps. Inside this items menu, you've got a bandana, looks like a hat, coat hanger, sunglasses. Your crypto? Is that really what it is? It's crypto? That's kind of crazy if so. So if I go back one frame, you got weapons, you have a pistol, fist, binoculars. Yep, thank you, Cougs. Appreciate that. It's definitely got that Red Dead Redemption 2 feel to it. Yeah. This is awesome. I can't wait, man. I'm really looking forward to grinding the game out a bit and covering a lot of content on this for like probably like a month or so. I've cleared my schedule and we will be grinding this. You know what I'm saying? From the moment this game launches until probably January 1st, it's going to be a lot of this. That's for sure. They used a bunch of stuff from Red Dead Redemption 2, which feels like a good choice. Nice. Yeah, there's a lot of lessons to learn from their previous success and failures from different things. Red Dead Redemption Online was their biggest fail. Was it really? I know Red Dead 2 did really well. I didn't realize Red Dead Online did really bad. Miami's going to be a crazy place in this game, huh? My God.
Let's go freshen up, bro. Let's do it. Hey, honey, so a couple of Alonso's producers friends are in town, and we're gonna do a deep dive into my creative role.
All right. Well, that's going to be a wrap for me tonight then, chat. Thanks for watching and hanging out. Make sure to smash the like button on the stream and the follows. Follow on Twitter if you're watching there. I see you. And subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. And follow on Twitch. I'll be back tomorrow, and I got a few videos we're going to be uploading in the meantime. But I will be back tomorrow, and I'll see you then. Later, Eric. Have a good night. I'll see you all back here.